Welcome back to Croquet in the good old US of A. East Coast this time, sandwiched between Pinehurst and southern North Carolina and Macy White's Chesapeake Bay Croquet Club in Northern Virginia. We find an exciting new venue, the Albemarle Croquet Club in northern North Carolina. Charles II bequeathed large parts of this territory to the Duke of Albemarle in the 17th century, and there are references all over. Thomas Jefferson's Monticello is in Albemarle County, Virginia. There's an Albemarle City in North Carolina. The Croquet Club is in Belvidere, North Carolina. It's on the property of Adam Lassiter, and they call it Albemarle Croquet at Doodle Hill because Doodle Hill was the name of the Lassiter family farm. They're hosting the USCA Southeast Regional American Rules Tournament in May of 2023. I think their first big event because this is their first season. Danna Huneycutt is the tournament director. Adam Lassiter is the tournament manager, and this was very much a family affair. Brian Hovis does the video and drone work. And I want to thank specifically our generous sponsors, Chris Barley and Stuart Price. We are, of course, the official YouTube channel of the USCA, our primary sponsor. Check it out, sign up, and join us on the lawn. Just think how good you could get if you had that in your backyard. Not to mention the huge concentration of championship flight players that live in North Carolina. It is a lot of work, though.
Hey, Dad, do the same thing you've done the last two games. Just easy, and
use their balls a little bit.
You can use them anytime
you better
you
shoot
want.
one.
Adam's dad, Randy Lassiter, 6 handicap, leading off with blue. You heard him mention strategy there for a bit. I don't know what they did in the first two games, but where he puts blue will tell us what they're going to do in this game.
What's the order?
If Adam was going to come in and join up, he would have gone to corner 1 or corner 4. The fact that he's going to corner 2 means Adam's not coming in the game. There's no way they would put their 2 balls down by hoop 2 in the game against Danna Huneycutt. And not incidentally, his wife, Danna Huneycutt, who is one of the ladies of croquet who happens to have a croquet court in her backyard. Where I had the good fortune to spend 3 days in one of their boot camps several years ago, getting to play with the Central North Carolina croquet community, which is very impressive. Danny's not coming in either, of course. And now Adam Lassiter, the lead dog in the Lassiter family, at -2. Setting up the out game as expected. And then finally with yellow responding to Adam's shot is Danna Huneycutt at -3.5. You can't say enough about this guy. At least 9 national championships. He's been on multiple McRobertson Shield and Solomon Cup teams. And there's nobody in the game more generous with his time for developing players than Danna Huneycutt. The best example of his teaching skills is probably Matthew Essing, but scores of us less accomplished than Matthew have benefited tremendously as well from Danny's approach to the game. Blue can set up because neither of the other balls is ready to come in. And even if Danna hits the hoop on this shot, she only gives Randy one ball to work with. So he wouldn't be able to wire himself from her, and a 2-ball break to the peg is probably not in the cards. This is one confident woman to take that shot and not have the balls in the solid game marked. The Croquet News, the magazine you get when you join the USCA, hint, hint, has an article on tactics by Jeff Sue that addresses exactly what these guys are doing. In following each other one behind the other, the ball in either pair that goes first has an advantage. In this case, that's the black ball being played by Adam. And the reason is, if you're playing second like Danny is, the spent ball has just played, it's not in the game, you can't do anything with it. But if you're Adam, the red ball is the spent ball. It has just played every time he plays. So if he gets in, he can set a break for himself or for blue before red can do anything about it.
Hey, Dad, set up.
Did you get a sandwich?
Not yet.
You want me to get you one?
Um,
Or you want me to hold that?
Wanted to.
oh, no, that's not good. That's not good at all.
This happens to the really good shots all the time. Go between the components of a double target.
I was going to tell you what they had, but there's too many choices.
The only way you
I
can
mean,
get fault
Lots
is
of
if the
choices.
ball hitting the hoop
Sandwiches.
causes you to double tap.
Danny is using one of the mallets he used to make. I don't think he does anymore. Danna's using one too. I got 56 tracking points at the Meadow Club Invitational on Long Island once with one of those mallets.
Set up. You're good there. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, you're kidding.
Hey, Dad, just set up.
I love Randy.
You have a shot, Eddie? We're missing one thing. That's Jane. That's Jane, right?
Yes,
Who's taking care of him?
my neighbor. I watch her dogs and she watches him. We have a place to eat.
So hey, look, let me tell you this: look what I was here yesterday. I had a house.
This illustrates the advantage that blue and black have, because there's the spent ball, waiting for blue to pick it up after it makes hoop 4. So if black could get in and not leave yellow a way to get in, all he had to do was go to hoop 5 and leave blue a 3-ball break. But that's why Danny was so interested in blocking black's shot on the hoop.
Give up, Will. Okay. You can take off and leave it back here. Roll both of them. Just trust me. All right, now set up. She doesn't have a wire. Set up.
She did it again.
Good shot.
have been a good one to have.
Because blue is sitting right in front of 5, and yellow would have had a 7-yarder had he made hoop 1.
There. Take a shot at her.
We're gonna clear blue
Miss 3
because that's the only thing to clear.
Stalk your ball.
It is. I'm dreading tomorrow.
And it's been really unpredictable weather here this spring.
Oh yeah, Pinehurst also.
Is it?
That's so the tradition continues.
Ron, do you have the camera on right there?
So pretty here. You must love coming home when you leave.
Oh, shoot.
Nice. All girls. Have you been to? Have you visited them?
Oh.
What are you dead on, Mike?
The sun's not doing much here.
I know you're not dead on that.
Terrible.
Red?
I am not making fun of him here. It's a lovely little modern dance segue where a fit of pique becomes the wind-up for scratching your neck. Well done.
That's all right. I've never put red over there before I made
Blue can use red.
your peel. The peel.
Oh my God, look. Blue can put red. Too bad.
The peels when I was double loading that.
Does Randy know, or whose turn is it?
It's mine.
Oh, it's your turn.
Is he done on 1 or 2?
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, you sent it down there and stopped right beside it.
By blue and then loaded blue. Right. That's right.
What's on your drink?
Keep going.
Oopsie.
That's an easy hoop shot for Danny Huneycutt, but with red catching up and blue out of position and no break opportunity for himself, he'd rather focus on keeping black out of the game as long as possible to let red make more progress. This is a really good shot. Yellow has no shot on black because he's got no backswing. Now, Danna's caught up with Randy. Adam knows that Danny's going to keep him out of the game as long as possible, and as long as Danna is doing as well. So tactically, what he's about to do makes sense. Yeah, yellow's in the game, robbed of a continuation shot, and yellow's spin ball is black, which is not yet in the game, so Danny can't go setting up an automatic break.
When I hit.
As to where they're going to be. If your opponents agree with that, fine. If they don't agree with it, then you go back and make a shot.
Thank you.
Russ yellow to red. Russ red.
Mike, are you playing?
No.
Can I ask you,
Sure.
we can either leave you where you are, or everybody. Right. So basically,
Everybody agrees that they continue.
well, she wants to do it over again, which is to our detriment.
You have to agree.
You agree that that really ball should have been. You don't agree with that. What you do?
Well, she wants to play it over again. She wants. Okay, so it's not, sometimes you forfeit. Okay. All right. Just thank you.
Where are you staying, Mike?
Yeah, I don't want to be on the tour. Then Danny and four of us are staying in this
Airbnb.
So it's about 7 miles.
darling.
On the water. Okay. Good. Lots of opportunity to be on the water. Me and Gabby live on the water. It's about 25 minutes.
Is it? Yeah, eventually drive off. All the rivers coming through here. We got the sound. And then we got the sound. Well, I didn't know that this area was as beautiful as it is. It's kind of a secret. Nobody in Pioneer thinks about coming here.
Right. Well, it's just kind of unincorporated.
Just drive.
Well, and it's if you get up early in the morning, it's less than an hour to Kitty Hawk. That's it.
Wow. Close.
Now, if you wait in the summer, if you go on a Saturday and you wait till middle of the day, then it's 3 hours to Kitty Hawk. But if you get up at sunrise and pack your truck or car and go, it's toes in the sand less than an hour for sure.
So when are the snow geese?
Please just do a thin takeoff. We know where she is. I don't think it's this time of year. They come through though.
The winter?
Gabby are in the same county, but about as far away as we can be.
Yeah, the same county.
We're right down the peninsula, right down on the water. And my brother, John, he and his family are about halfway between me and here. About 15 minutes away.
That's right.
Edit it out, Brian.
Josh, can I hit the black ball? I ain't hit it yet. No.
I don't think.
No.
Now you've hit the black ball run.
Wait, that's my ball. Aren't I red? Rodney, your turn's over.
Here comes an uncharacteristic miss, nicely recovered by Linda Trifone doing her regional vice presidential duties. I couldn't have done that without hurting myself. He'll never tell, but I bet he's shooting at black here because red's a better pioneer for hoop two. But that's what double targets are for.
So now it's yellow, Mike. What would have happened if Elaine hit red right then? Would you have lost your turn?
No.
No, because she would have actually played her ball out of turn, so it would have come back.
So I just saved us the trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Your opponent's ball. That's a tricky one.
I get black,
Mike. like that, except it's green.
His plan was to roquet blue, pick up black, do a 4-ball break to the peg, and settle lead for partner.
Goes through just as clean as a whistle when you don't need it to. I mean, I ain't had a ball go through that clean the whole 3 games.
I ought to have tried to hide behind this week.
Whatever you want to do, just play.
If you're going to corner, you need to get out of bounds. Danny's comfortable with long takeoffs to boundary balls at AC, where the ball's a yard off the line and you can knock it out of bounds with impunity. In American rules, it's a different story, and I think had blue been a true boundary ball, he might not have tried this. But in order to get the break going, he has to get to blue first before he tries to rush black to hoop 3.
Blue's not dead red, is it?
No, blue's not doing
Blue
good.
used red to make.
Okay. Well, I want to shoot one of you guys.
When I went by, I'm black. You know black guy?
Yeah.
I didn't hit one ball. I went through and hit. And then I
Went through the wicket and then.
Hit the red ball, and
Red
then you
ball.
played the red
Played the
ball
wrong
accidentally.
Yeah,
And
so
that was
that's
it.
right. So you shouldn't be dead on anything.
Yellow.
other than red.
You're dead on red,
Yeah.
but not yellow.
and that right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, That's right.
Oh, me, Rodney, I'm sorry. Hey, Rod, set up. Hey, 2 off.
Nice shot. No.
Black on. Yeah. Period.
So what was meant to be a break to the peg on the lead settles for 2 hoops, but he is up by 1.
No, he's for 5 and yours for.
And Randy rises to the occasion with what is really an excellent shot. So, black's for hoop 2, dead on blue and yellow. Blue is for 1 back. Can't really set much of a lead. He just wants to make sure that yellow doesn't have a shot on its hoop and that blue has a rush on black to 1 back.
So do your best to get black and forward on your hand.
Here's an example of good decision making. Realizing that the pass roll to give blue a hoop shot on 1 back is a long shot, he takes the more realistic option of trying to place black in hoop shooting position at hoop 2, and then blue goes where black can use it.
Shot him.
Red is for 6 and dead on yellow, so even though Danny set a perfect rush for red to his hoop, he was actually trying to hit it.
Hard.
Red's for hoop 6, so the only way they can get away with putting these two balls out close to hoop 6 is that red is dead on yellow. Doesn't mean you can't shoot, though. If you're looking for a swing to emulate, Adams would be a really good one.
Take a shot at yellow.
And another break to the peg, thwarted by a hoop. And the score is tied.
About as close as you can miss.
This is interesting. Danny doesn't hesitate to ask Danna to play to his level because he has confidence that she can do it.
You get off the court, well, really good.
Right of blue. Trying to hit him, and if you don't, it's okay for you.
You just walk right on the
And the only really bad outcome here is red hitting yellow that she's dead on. If she hits blue, she can just give yellow a perfect rush to its hoop. Look at that. The boundary here, of course, is the blue line, which is a little hard to see. If you're just getting up to speed on the rules, here's a good one to watch. Yellow roquets red, and it's red, the roquet ball that knocks blue out of bounds. So it's turnover, mark yellow and blue back in, leave red where it is, and yellow is not dead on red because it never got to be ball in hand on red. Had yellow knocked blue out, you would have just marked blue back in, and yellow would have been ball in hand on red with no penalty for hitting a ball it was dead on after a roquet shot. Check out Rule 6.2, roquet shots. And for grins, look at 7.1. The striker ball becomes dead when it earns a croquet shot. That's why you don't incur deadness when you either roquet a ball out of bounds or do what Danny just did.
See both sides of the ball.
Give me strength.
Close.
I think it's a wire.
Hey, Mike, I can see you lift him.
Okay. It was close in that one set.
Hey, Elaine, we can see.
Like, you can see, look at the part.
I wired myself. Sewn up now.
Hey,
Let's stop the clock. Like we're gonna stop the clock.
Yellows for hoop 4. Live on red, so get out of the way in corner 1 where red can join up and he can rush back to hoop 4.
That ought to do it. Yeah.
We played sorry, Josh.
Yeah, we did.
Me and you, buddy. Thought to make that wicked inning, that thing out.
Good shot.
Nice little swing demonstration here. Hands together, top of the mallet. The pendulum does all the work. You don't have to hit it hard. You just have to hit it straight, especially on this shot.
Shot. No man's land.
And then even this close to the hoop, a nice little stop shot. Gets him room to work on the other side of the hoop.
Send you to the fall corner. Hey, get to the ball.
How much time?
3 minutes.
No, 5.
A fatal error, but for the opponent's deadness.
Hey, Josh.
I guarantee you Danny's thinking really hard about rushing red to 4, making his hoop, and then going to get those opponent balls now. But he checks to see if they have a hoop shot. And because they're partner dead, and he's only down by 3 hoops, he elects to play for a better rush to hoop 4.
Yeah, nothing. You got dead on all 3?
Black is only dead on blue. Let's see if the board affects decision making here. So red gives yellow the perfect rush to hoop 4, which sets up something that Sharif Abdulwahab loves to do. He's going to try to put black between yellow and red so Danny can't rush to hoop 4. But he thinks that black is dead on yellow. If he hits yellow, black goes back right where it is, and Danny can 2-ball for 4 and 5 and get a 3-ball break going, making that shot all the more remarkable.
Dan, how did it do that? Dang it. I know. Yeah.
man, I didn't hit it.
We chip in too after those mental mistakes. Should be taking that fly.
I know.
What did we end up scoring?
Set up.
You're good. You got it. Good. How much time is it? 3 minutes, right? Thank you. Oh.
Wow, Hoop 6 is a little spiteful today.
Okay, timeout strike.
151.
I asked for a timeout.
He said one.
I know.
Okay.
Got it.
It's a timeout at 151.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew he had it.
A little less than 2 minutes to go. Blue and black are up by 2. That should be a game winner.
Timeout.
Time for Wiley's precision croquet. And that may be a game loser.
Timeout.
Okay, Josh. Josh.
Yeah.
Black is 3-ball.
Right.
Can you mark it?
Adam being conscientious, but he's not dead on yellow. Note that Danny is responsible for red's position.
Time out.
Red is only live on blue, but as you saw, blue and black are not responsible for red's position, so he can wire himself from red with impunity.
Forward right for everybody.
Red and black are still dead on each other.
Time out. That's it. It went before you. It went before you said.
I think that's game time for this game, so blue is first ball in the last turns. No point in making one back. You're ahead by 2. Try to wire blue from red again, where black can get to it and use it after he makes 6. And the only reason not to put blue in a remote corner is that yellow's in position to do some damage if black can't move it after he makes hoop 6. While he's putting the nail in the coffin here, I want to thank our sponsors again, Stuart Price and Chris Barley, as well as the USCA. Give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And because yellow is 3-ball dead, it's over. Lovely tactical exercise. Kind of whoever makes the last mistake loses. So the Lassiters take the Huneycutts 12-9 in block play. They both baited out a block, and they met in the finals of the knockout, which we will feature later on in this series.